All right, welcome everybody to our speed agility jump session. Same kind of format that we've been doing. We're gonna go warm-ups, maybe 8 to 10 minutes. They're gonna start kind of gradual and build up to dynamic. We'll have a quick break, then we're gonna go jumps. Coach Nick's gonna come in, jumps and plyos, another quick break, and then we're gonna go speed development. Then we'll transition into our last part, which will be cutting, change of direction. Yeah, so warm-ups right now. I'm gonna show it to you. I got a 10-yard space here. I'm gonna do the warm-up. I'll walk back. That'll give you time to execute the warm-up as well, and then we'll be on the same page. We'll be going about the same exact pace. Okay, SMC athletes, you've done these with us before, so it shouldn't be that new to you. If you already see what I'm doing and you know, just get it right into it. Here we go. First one, lunge, reach to the sky. I'm gonna keep all the lunges together. This one's gonna go backward lunge. Here's the thing with the lunges. We're trying to do now this idea your head goes in line with your front foot. Then I'm gonna reach over my shoulder. Okay, so whatever leg is in front, that's the shoulder I'm gonna reach to. Line it up, boom, reach across. All right, here we go. Next one, we're gonna go into just a regular crawling pattern. The only thing that's different, if you've done crawls before, this time I'm gonna kind of rotate my shoulders to the side that's in front. Boom, boom. Yeah, so I'll show it to you. I'll even slow down on the first rep so you can see it, and then I'm just gonna go. All right, here we go. Next part of the series. We've done these before. SMC athletes, our kick series. Only difference is this. When I plant that leg, I'm gonna try to kind of go head over foot. I'm gonna kick through. So just some dynamic stretches for our legs. All right, here we go. Next one, same idea with the back kick. Okay, here we go. Last one in the series, side kicks, shoulders face forward. Facing forward. Okay, here we go. Next, we're gonna go into some hurdle mobility. First one, I'm just gonna go forward, shoulders stay square, so I'm not gonna rotate my shoulders. Keep them square, up and around. So I'm gonna close the gate. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna keep the same rhythm. We'll go, I'll maybe jump in front on this one, Nick. I'm gonna go backward hurdles, but it's gonna be track skip style. So I go up, up, round, round, and then I keep the rhythm. Now we're starting to get into some more dynamics. Up, up. Here we go. Next set, we're gonna do lateral skips. So I'm gonna go short, boom, 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 and then I'm gonna extend them out. So it's two things. I'm gonna go short, choppy, then I'm gonna be explosive, get some distance. So I'll face you, I'll face this way. First 5 yards, ba, 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 ba. Next 5, push out. All right, here we go. And then we push. Whew. All right. Last little series here. There'll be 3 or 4 in a row. We're gonna go skips. So it's a track skip or like an A skip. Knee and toe drives up. So you're just thinking of punching up, being explosive on the way down too. First one, hands go behind the head. So see if I can kind of lock in my shoulders, a little bit more core, hip work. Here we go. All right, wait for you to get back. Next one, I'll kind of talk for everybody that's ready. Same kind of thing, overhead. So can you maintain like torso stability and control with your arms overhead while you're skipping? Okay. Whew, last one. So we're gonna go 5-yard skip. I hit the 5-yard and then I just burst out. So I kind of really get my body warmed up. So essentially it's a skip to a sprint. However much space you have. So I got a lot of space. I might take my sprint out a little bit further, okay? So I'm gonna use my arms in the skip and then I take it out. Whew, all right, hey, good work. Warm-up's done. Quick 1 minute, and then we're gonna transition straight into jumps and plyos with Coach Nick. So grab your water, we'll meet you right back. We're gonna flow like you'll see the screen going, but we'll be right back in it. What space or what? Yeah.
We're just gonna do the same thing. Use the same length for the jump.
That gray line?
Yep, and then the gray line for the lateral bounds.
Yeah.
So let's do 3.
You can do same, just leave the mic there and talk and then do it, you think? Or are you gonna bring it with?
I'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
I'm literally gonna use the same setup as you. So I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
I mean, I'll pick it up and stuff. All right, guys, we're on to the jump section now. So if you're here last week, it's going to be very similar. with this being recorded for you guys, this is going to be a little bit different. I may move a little bit quicker, but now you have the ability to pause this, okay? You had the ability the whole time, but you can go forward, you can go backwards in this video if you would like. If I'm moving too slow, speed it up. If I'm moving too fast, slow it down, okay? So we're going to do some broad jumps to start, okay? Again, you're going to need the same distance that Coach Hank had for the warm-up, so you didn't have to move anything. If you were frantic trying to figure it out, you're good. Okay, so we're literally just going to use this lane right here. At one point throughout this, we will shift over to this gray line. So if you have a line that you can follow wherever you're at, whether it be at a track, park, think of a line in your head. It'll make more sense when we get to the lateral portion of this section. Okay, but we're going to start with just broad jumps. This one isn't new. You've probably done something like this before. What I want you guys to think about is the landing here. Okay, so we're going to pause on every jump. I'm going to do 3 jumps, and then I'm going to walk back, and I'm going to do it again. Okay, this is not cardiovascular, even though it may feel like it. Take your time, okay? So I'm going to set up nice and tall, pull my arms back, and then I'm going to jump and try to land in the same spot that I took off from. So I'm here, jump, land, jump, land, jump, land. Just like that, nice and controlled. I know you can. Sorry guys, mic's over here, so you probably couldn't hear me over that. Nice and controlled. Control the landing, take your time. I'm going to catch my breath, I'm going to go again. Okay, pausing again. Okay, so those are your pause jumps. We're going to move on to something a little bit different. We're still going to pause, but we're going to go lateral now, okay? So same deal. We're going to take off, jump sideways 3 times, and then you're going to come back. Okay, so we're not going to walk back, we'll jump back. Okay, so we'll go 3 jumps, 3 jumps, okay? So I'm here, jump, 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 okay? Can't hear me. So 3 jumps out, 3 jumps back. If you land in a different spot than where you started, that's an imbalance, okay? That's something we're working on. All right, we're gonna do 1 more rep just like that, and then we'll make it continuous. So again, if you're off from where you started, not a big deal. Try to identify that though. You should be in about the same spot when you finish. All right, next one. We're gonna go continuous down the middle, okay? So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, stop, walk it back. Okay, idea here, get off the ground as quick as possible. Okay, hot coal on the ground, get off it quick. Now, if you're doing this properly, you should be able to get a little bit further than your pause jumps. Okay, guys, so again, you want to hit the ground quickly, but make sure you're using enough force to propel yourself forward. Okay, we're going to do that 1 more time, and then we'll switch it over to lateral bounds. All right, guys, so this is where you're going to move over to that imaginary line if you have it. So I'm going to be working off this line right here. I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds to get there, and then we'll get started. All right, guys, here we go. So we're going lateral bounds, okay? So what I want you to think of is one foot's going to be on one side of the line, the other foot's going to be on the other side, okay? We're doing jumps from one leg to the other, okay? Lateral bounding, okay? So as you go through this, you're not going to go straight forward. You're not going to go straight to the side. Somewhere in the middle, about 45 degrees, and we're going to bound over that line. We are going to do 3 jumps on each side to start, and then we'll progress from there. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. You're going to pause on each foot. So you'll be on each foot 3 times, on the right foot 3 times, on the left foot 3 times. This is what it looks like. So again, guys, 3 reps on each side. You're going to pause just like that each time. So SMC athletes, if you've trained with us before, imagine we got the hurdles right down the middle. You're trying to get over that imaginary hurdle. Again, we don't have the hurdles here. Try to visualize them being here if you've done this drill before. All right, guys, this is where we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to go quick stick now, okay? So, again, using that hot coal analogy we were using over here, we'll go left side first. So we're going to be quick off the right. Okay, so if I'm looking at this line, to the right of the line is hot coals. To the left of the line is good. We can stop there, okay? So we're going to pause, quick, pause, quick. Okay, it'll look like this. So I did an extra rep there just in case you guys didn't see the visual as I went through. 3 or 4 reps, up to you guys. We're now gonna switch sides, okay? So again, anchor on this side, hot coals on the left side now. All right, guys, now we're just gonna blend it all together. All right, we're gonna go continuous all the way down. Okay, all the way down. So there's hot coals on both sides here. All right, and here we go. One more rep, guys. Just buying time here. Again, this isn't cardio, but you should be a little bit tired. Heart rate is up. Last one, here we go. All right, guys, that is it for jumps. We're gonna go into straight ahead speed now. Same lane, Coach Hank? Yeah. Same lane. So same lane for this one, guys. We're not gonna change the cones until the last section.
where I'm at now, or for half kneeling, and then go to the curve.
Yep. Just guide me. I'll follow you.
All right, here we go. We're back. So we're going to do 4 speed development exercises. This one, though, we might change a little bit because I'm going to go straight ahead. After that, I'm going to need some space to do a little bit of a curve sprint. So hopefully you have space, so you're at a park, you're at a field, even in your driveway. If you hit one side of the driveway and kind of curve it around, that'd be ideal. We just want to not always do everything so straight ahead. We want to manipulate our runs. Okay, here we go. Maybe this way a little bit. If I pick this line, it's a half kneeling lateral start. If I pick this line, this knee's down, this leg is loaded. So I'm not dropping my foot, my ankle downward, I'm loading this leg. Okay, so I don't want to see that too. Some of us, when we get our sideways sprints like this, get into these bad positions when our full foot flat. So from here, all the drill is, as soon as I pick my knee up, I turn and go, and it's a 10-yard get off. Okay, so I'm already loaded to this front side leg. My heel's off, that's it, I'm loaded. This knee comes up, I go. So here we go, 3, 2, and we're ready. All right, I'll wait for you to kind of get back. For those of you that are with us, we've used some of these ideas before. If this is my cone, I'll throw it out a little bit. I'm going to challenge myself to project my head and shoulders past that cone on the first step. So the only way I'm going to get past this first cone is to really punch and drive and explode off this line. Okay, so whatever cue you can think of in your head, think of just one thing. All right, for me, I'm just going to think of explode through the cone. That's the only cue I'm going to think of, and then I'm just going to go. Here we go. I'll just go so you still face again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got you. I'll turn around.
Oh, either way,
Yeah.
All right. Same setup here. Okay, if you notice, I didn't emphasize that, but I think you picked it up. My inside knee's down, so I'm going to load my outside leg. I don't want this foot to collapse. Boom, I want to be steady and sturdy. I'm going to really push off, pivot off this outside leg. I'm going to use my same cue in my head. I'm going to pretend that cone is a big brick wall. I got to go through the wall as hard as I can. I can't go soft and boom, I'm going to explode through this wall, which is the orange cone. That's the only cue that's going in my head. All right, one more time. I'm going to use the same cue. I think I like that one for me. You pick what works well for you. If it's explode off the line, if it's drive your head and shoulders through that 10-yard marker, if it's get through this cone, whatever it is, just one element that's going to help you get off this line fast and project your body this direction. So I'm going to go, here's my brick wall. I got to break through the brick wall. All right, this way. Change it up. So this is the part I was talking about. If you can create some kind of arc, if you're at the park, obviously if you're at a track, football field, you have plenty of space. If you're in your driveway, you should still be able to kind of start on one edge, curve it around to the opposite, to that edge. Where am I at here? I'm getting lost. Okay, here we go. I'm on the 50, okay? I'm gonna start here, and I'm only going to the 40. But you see I'm gonna follow this curve. So I gotta really dip and drive on this inside leg. So I'm curving right side, boom, over that right side, okay? Any kind of setup you want. Be position specific. If you're a 3-point stance person, go 3-point. If you're here, you pick. Here we go. I'm gonna do one more. Same direction. It's a right hand cut for me. Whatever direction you're doing, repeat it, and then we'll do opposite. Okay, I'm gonna really try to stay tight to this curve. Tight, tight, all right? Which means I gotta be staying on this inside leg a little bit more, okay? I'll change it up. I'll go athletic stance start this time.
Got the whole field now.
Dang. We literally have this entire field. All right. I'm gonna wait for you guys. I'm going left hand cuts 2 times. Again, you could speed up, you could pause it and wait for me, so I'm just gonna go. Get one cue in your head. For me, my cue is I'm gonna stay as tight to this line as I can. Like I'm trying to draw myself, right? When you're a little kid, you connect the dots, A to B to C, or 1 to 2 to 3. I'm gonna connect the dots of my body along this line. That's my cue in my head I'm gonna use right now. Whew, again, I'll get my rest. All right, for you athletes out there, tell your coaches, this is not a sign of weakness. There's research on this. Swear to God, old school coaches, you're literally allowed to go down or put your hands on your knees and you actually recover quicker.
Or
so you are wrong, old school coach. This does not make you weak. This makes you recover faster. Do some scientific research, buddy. All right, so anyways, let me recover for a second.
Coach Hank Grant.
Trust me, I used to think it was a sign of weakness, but that's old school. This isn't 1974 anymore. All right, last one. Here we go. Yeah, I guess so. All right, give you a chance to rest. Okay, this one. This is important because you don't always just straight ahead sprint in sport. A lot of times you gotta flip your hips, you gotta rotate, you gotta do something to manipulate your body, then you sprint. That's all we're gonna do here. I will, yeah, that's fine, I'll go this way. So yeah, that's fine, face me, because I'm gonna flip. That's fine, so I'll look in the camera. Here's the setup. Athletic stance. I face you. Normally in a big group setting, I would have some kind of stimulus. So like if you have somebody, use your little brother, use your sister, brother, boyfriend, girlfriend, tell them to say go, and as soon as they do, then you react to it and you gotta flip your hips and sprint for 10. Okay, so this one I'm in a static position. So say your sport, you don't do a lot of static based positions, you're always kind of jockeying, and do that. I could be kind of moving, or I could just be static. Boom, I don't know, I'm in my outside linebacker stance. Whatever it is, get to your position, flip your hips and go. So here it is. I'm gonna go to my left. I'm gonna go static start the first time. So static start, how quick can I flip and go? Whew, again, you could pause it, so I'm just gonna kind of go. I'm assuming that you're at the same pace as me. This one I'm gonna go jockeying, I'm gonna be moving, and then flip my hips and go. Yeah, or just even here. I'll start moving my feet, and you'll hear Coach Nick in the background if he says it loud enough. And when he says go, then I have to flip my hips on his command. So I'm gonna jockey, and then he'll go. Go! Whew. All right, we got 2 to my left shoulder, I'm gonna go 2 to my right shoulder. Again, I'll do first one. It makes sense to be under control on the first one and not have a lot of variables. So my first variable is flipping the hips. The next variable is jockeying, moving, and off a stimulus. So first one I'll go when I want. So I'm gonna flip right side. Okay, while you're resting, one thing real quick, maybe from the side. Okay, some of you, when you do this, I'll come to you real quick. You spin, but look, you went nowhere. I've seen this now for so long. I've seen this action. The good athletes spin and drive. Look at that, 1.5 yards. So that's the difference. Spinning like a ballerina, get my hips around, didn't go anywhere. Or spin and punch, now I got a full yard from my opponent. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. But I'm gonna flip it to my right side. Give you 20 seconds. This one, same thing. I'm actually gonna kind of like move around a little bit. Okay, again, you're not always static, but as soon as doesn't matter my foot position, as soon as I hear it, I gotta go. All right, give me a second. All right, so I'm moving, I'm waiting for, go! Oh. All right, here we go. Next series. I'm just gonna build on this. I'm gonna take it 5 yards out, shuffle looking into the camera, basically like looking into my opponent or scanning the field. And I'm scanning up the field, looking at my opponent, and then it's on. I gotta turn my hips and go. Okay, so again, whatever sport, right? Our hips are usually manipulated different angles, and then at one point we just gotta turn on the jets and go full speed sprint, okay? So I'm just gonna do one on each side. If you want to get a couple reps, obviously pause the film and get 2 or 3 reps on each side, because this one is much more sport specific, really for all the sports that are watching with us for SMC. Okay, so I'm going to come up, side shuffle at an angle. I'm scanning, I'm looking, and then I got to turn my hips and go. Okay. I'm looking. Yeah, hey, good work, good work. If you want to get an extra rep on one of these, just do it, because this one is very specific. You could be looking in, you could be looking at 45, you could be looking over the shoulder and do this, right? If you have a partner again, I could be looking this way, and they just say go, go, boom. He says go, I flip. So again, some kind of stimulus. More importantly, is even if he doesn't say go, like you can't see on your end, but I'm gonna go this way. All of a sudden, when Coach Nick raises a hand, then I flip my hips. Boop, I flip my hips and go. I'm scanning. I'm looking at the field, and I'm tired. All right, so here we go. We'll get a quick 1 minute break.
Let's do setup first.
Okay, we'll do setup real quick.
So guys, real quick, let's do a setup. Since I have these soccer lines blended with the football lines, I'm gonna kind of use those. We're going to form an M or a W right now, okay? However you want to look at it. If you look at it upside down, line. But essentially all you need to do is find this line. You're going to put 3 cones 10 yards apart from each other. So I have a cone on the 40, cone on the 40, cone on the 50, cone on the 40 on the opposite side. Now, on the baseline, I have a cone on the 45 on each side. Okay, now Coach Hank, come over here and we'll just walk him through the pattern. So I'm just going to walk the pattern. We're going to be doing some agility through this, but this is the direction you're going to be going. So again, I like it's an N or a W, right? I'm turning. Okay, and at the very end, we're going to get into L drill. All you'll need to do is take one of those cones and put it on the corner there to make an L. Okay, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's start with the M, get some water, and then we'll get back into it. Let's just run it. All right, guys. So if you were here last week and you were there for the video cutting in and out, this is going to be the exact same thing with a little bit of some tinkering. If you weren't, which is I'm going to guess the majority of you, think back to that 5-10-5 drill where we did all shuffles, we did a shuffle, then a sprint, and then we did all sprints. We're going to work those patterns into a different pattern. Try not to confuse yourself there. So we're going to work those patterns, the shuffle sprint pattern, into an M formation instead of a straight back and forth formation. Okay. So with that, we're going to start with just shuffles. My shoulders are going to be facing that direction the entire time. Okay. So if Coach Hank was way out there, I could essentially track him. We're not going to get into those variables today. That'll be for a later day. But again, shoulders straight ahead. We're just going to go shuffles. You guys are going as quick as you can. I'm going to go about 75% just to exaggerate what it should look like here. Okay? And I'm going to do 1 rep there, 1 rep back. So when I come back, you're not going to hear my voice. Just follow along with me. Okay? So right here, shoulders facing straight ahead. I'm shuffling. Now guys, if you did that 100%, take a little break in between coming there and back. I went through it quickly just because I went about 75%, so I have energy. You guys should be going 100% effort. Take your time coming back. Even 75%, I'm a little tired. All right, guys. So next thing we're going to do, we're just going to add a sprint pattern. So we'll go shuffle, sprint, shuffle, sprint. Okay, again, take your time coming back. Okay, do the rep, rest maybe 30 seconds, and then come back. Maybe a minute if you're really tired. Okay, so shuffle, sprint, shuffle, sprint. All right, guys. Again, catch your breath. A little tired here. I'm going to go sprints all the way through now, okay? So you'll see me standing there for a second. I'm actually going to take the rest this time. I'm going to go full speed with you for this rep. All right, here we go. All right, guys, take about 30 seconds. Before you do so, grab a piece of the M and make an L. Okay, so we're gonna make this the L. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's the L. Take 30 seconds. Ready? All right, guys, so last part of the day, nice and quick. We're gonna do 2 reps each way. Okay, so I'm gonna start on this side. I'm gonna go back and forth actually, so you don't have to walk back every time. You'll start where you finish. Okay, it'll make sense in a second here. Okay, so I'm gonna walk it just so you guys don't get confused. We're going straight. Think straight line, change of direction here. So I'm planting, turning. Okay, this is where it's a little bit different. I want you guys to think back to Coach Hank's around the bend sprint. That's kind of how you want to handle this angle here. So again, straight cut, and then we're gonna figure 8 around the cone. As you go, I want you to think of that same turn that you just practiced over there. This one's a straight cut all the way back. Okay. I know I just talked a lot. Watch this rep before you go. Okay, here I go. All right, we're gonna stay right here. 2 reps here, and then we'll switch sides. Catch your breath. About 20 seconds here. So again, hardest part of this, especially if you guys have done change of direction, is that figure 8 around that cone. Really get tight around that edge. All right, guys, here we go. Going again. Now we're going to move to the other side. So again, guys, 2 more reps and then you're done here. Again, we're just flipping directions, okay, so that we're now hugging that right edge on the figure 8. All right, here we go. All right, guys, we got 1 more rep. You guys should notice one of these figure 8s is a little bit easier than the other side. Pay attention to that, okay? Maybe spend some extra time on the side that is not as good. Okay, I'm gonna go 1 more rep and then we're done here. All right, guys, I hope you guys like the new format. Again, this is how we're going to run it going forward. If you need to, pause it. It's not going anywhere. Pause it, go back, fast forward, whatever you need to do. We will see you guys next time.